Hello, Mayusi Hakima coming at you again, the Love Goddess. I am reminding myself of my purpose every time I call myself the Love Goddess, because I've been practicing love since the 7th grade, as I said in my other first video, and constantly winding up in a position to counsel other people in their relationships, write about relationships, talk about relationships, and running from relationships and being in relationships. Dora, my spiritual sister, just constantly reminded me as we were talking in one of our sessions that you're the love goddess. That's your responsibility. You know, that's something that you've got to do. You know, Jupiter's in Libra, and you have people coming to you about relationships, whether it's being in a relationship or talking about a relationship. And so here I am, pulling up notebooks and notebooks of material from like so long ago, and I wanted to run from that because it was such a huge burden and responsibility, and I had come into this metaphysical light that we're all individuals and we all have control over our destinies, and it's all about you by yourself, and that's not true. You know, we have relationships. Even if you're at the top of a mountain and you're all alone, you're in a relationship with someone, because our bodies remember everything that we do. Our bodies remember love. Our bodies remember sadness. Our bodies remember our hurts and our fears. And when we reach out to love, that's when we are our most vulnerable. And at your most vulnerable, you're open. So when things come at you, they kind of penetrate you so much deeper. As a cosmetologist, I'm a doctoral student at the moment. I have about a couple of more years before I get my doctorate degree in adult education, which is a discipline that teaches adults to ascend into transformational learning from their experiences and from the world around them. It's a beautiful thing to watch, you know. So when you're vulnerable and things tend to strike you at such a much deeper chord, like if you put bleach on your hair, what bleach does is it basically disintegrates the outer layer of your hair. I'm not going to get real technical. There's some technical terms I could use and show off for you, but I'm not. For you. Yes, I did say for you. And it allows the chemical to penetrate so much deeper into the hair shaft when you do that. And it just kind of swells it up, and it just gets all in there. And that beautiful color that you see is from that process. Well, you could never have the beautiful colors of hair that we create through this chemical process if it wasn't for the shattering of that outer layer and getting down into the core of the hair shaft to just shatter everything in there and open it up And sounds very damaging, and it can be damaging if you're not handling it with care. But if you're handling it with care and you're opening it up in a healthy, loving way, you can succeed in coloring the hair without significant damage. Well, love is that way. We're that way when it comes to love. It's like the deeper love gets into our core, the more pain we feel, the more damage we feel, but the more colorful we become, the more brilliant we become if we go through the process and allow the process to take, shape and do what it's meant to do. A lot of the times, the real damage comes, irreparable damage comes, is when we resist the process that love is trying to teach us, when we go against what's being done, or when we stop in the middle of a process. See, when you start a chemical process, you have to follow it through. Even if you decide you want to reverse the process, you have to finish and complete that process, that initial process. Because if you don't, then you're going to do more harm than good. A lot of times we get out of relationships too quickly, or we stay too long. Anytime you do that, then that's when the learning stops and the damage begins. So once you realize that it's okay to be open, it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be shattered inside, all of that is okay. It's really okay. It doesn't feel good, but it's okay. God created us to go through this process. Then what happens is you time it. Only you know how long it's going to take your particular spirit to learn the lesson. Only you know. But it's important that you time it and that you pay attention to what your spirit is saying. When your spirit says it's time, then you need to stop the process. You need to rinse, and you need to see what you have to work with. And then, if it looks brilliant, then you know the process went perfect. But if there's some breakage, if there's some shedding, then you know there's some damage that has been done. But you can always repair it. However, it might not be restored back to its original state. So as long as you're prepared for that, even that's okay. So just remember that relationships for learning does not mean that you're not looking for love or you're not living in love. It just means that you're learning through love. Love is a wonderful teacher. Wonderful teacher. So live, love, and learn, and reconstruct the world by reconstructing your mind. You can do it. I know you can. Until next time, bye.